I got stuff for you.
Holy moly. I need to get some snakes and release them around my house.
But they love eating people. They love eating kids.
These guys are the scientists of the supernatural, lecturers leaving lessons for inquiring laymen. They are applying the scientific method to a world that baffles science. They are the cryptids of the corn.
Every day that you open your mouth,
I know, right?
I'm more convinced that you're abducted by aliens.
No.
And it just stood up. I mean, it just like kept going and going. And she goes, what the?
These are idiots.
I was laughing reading this because I already knew how you would feel.
Idiot. What part of the story fits your balloon?
Well,
This isn't a UFO. But who else has big black wings and red eyes?
Batman.
Well, Mothman.
Oh yeah, Mothman.
Well, everyone, I think we know exactly what it is. So say it all with me. It was the sandhill crane.
Would you try it?
No.
You wouldn't eat it?
No.
Why?
Because they're probably toxic. There'd be a lot of poop in my pants. Seen a 6-foot alligator go swinging through the air and slam into a tree. I'm gonna keep dancing at the...
Oh no.
Hey, welcome to the Cryptid Podcast. I'm the great and powerful Mystery.
And I'm J-Clone36.
Today we're joined by a guest. Jay, who are we joined by?
We are joined by the Drunken Cryptids host, none other than Matthew Orton.
Bum, bum, bum.
Welcome, Matthew.
Yay! Sorry.
He's here to promote and sell things.
Go, Matthew. Go, yeah. That's the crowd behind us cheering.
Yay!
Yeah. So welcome. Welcome. It's been a long time.
It's been too long. How y'all doing?
Living the dream.
My body's broken.
Well, there's that too.
My body's broken.
I'm sick and everything
My
hurts.
body being broken. I'm still recovering from Saturday.
Ooh,
Saturday.
rough weekend?
No, I was the pictures I sent you. I took it
No.
on Saturday.
Yeah, I know. It's more fun though. You just had a rough weekend. No, you did share some awesome pictures with us, but maybe we'll get to those later and discuss them, perhaps, if you would like to.
Of course.
But I think we have other things afoot.
As a matter of fact,
A big foot
okay, do that.
to discuss.
We do.
Sorry, that was just a bad joke. I had
You're
to
gonna say-
It was a
shoehorn in
great
there.
joke.
You gonna say it, Jay?
Oh, yes. Well, so Matthew has graciously invited us to be speakers at the Arkansas Cryptid Fest, June 6th in North Little Rock, Arkansas at Old Bart's Tavern.
That's right. Woo!
That's not the date.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'm just picking on you.
Okay. June 6th,
that's really-
2026.
Yeah, Bart's doing a good job. He's actually shutting down the restaurant Friday at 3:00 for us, so we can do the VIP dinner. And he's going to cater that with all his barbecue. We're going to have a big spread.
It's good.
Yeah, for the VIP for the speakers, y'all, and everybody's at the VIP ticket, and do a little meet and greet. We'll laugh, goof off, have some games and stuff, and then so all the speakers that are VIP will be inside because it's going to be June, and it's Arkansas, so it's going to be not August hot, but it's going to be hot.
Yeah.
So, so we're shutting everything down. Then Bart's going to be doing his selling food out of his food truck. We're going to have the Donut Envy people there for donuts, and then that morning, Dark Side Coffee is going to be there.
Ooh.
Coffee for the vendors and people showing up early.
Good choice. We stopped there with you last time we were down in Arkansas, and I loved it.
We just had a listener going through. I can't remember who it was. Not when we were there, but went through North Little Rock, and they stopped at Dark Side Coffee.
Nice.
Oh, good.
They posted the pictures of it.
Spreading awareness.
Yeah,
As they should be.
that's a cool place. It's a Star Wars themed coffee place. If anybody's curious,
You don't know the power of the dark roast. They need to have that.
I'm sure they have something.
They should.
Well, they can't use like the actual names of because they're all copyrighted and stuff. So instead of Boba Fett, they have the bounty hunter.
Yeah.
They have the senator. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So they have the Dark Lord.
I highly recommend it for anyone that's in North Little Rock. Just stop on over Dark Side Coffee.
So,
No, sorry. I was going to say, you talked about Friday, the VIP dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So
That's going to be on June 5th. Yep. That'll be June 5th. And we're going to do that at 6 p.m.
and who will all be there attending?
Well, the VIP speakers, since you asked so politely, are going to be Todd Neese. He's going to be there. We're going to have Miss Betsy Kulowski. I can never pronounce your name, Betsy, and you know that. But she's awesome. And of course, we're going to have Rod Nichols out of Bexar County in San Antonio. So what Rod did is in 2020, he got onto a YouTube channel and binged it all night long. This guy out in Utah looking for tree structures. So he was like, there's no way. So he took the notes from the guy and he went out to the area outside of San Antonio. And he said within his first hour, he found one.
Huh. San Antonio, Texas?
Yeah,
Okay.
in Texas. So, and he's been doing this he's been doing this since 2020. And so he's going to be there talking about the tree structures, how the tree structures are formed, how they're, what he thinks on his theories and stuff, and what he's been finding down there in Texas. So, and of course, we're going to have author Michael Cook as well. He's going to be with the VIP speakers. And he's a super great guy. I don't know if you guys have met him or not.
I don't think we have yet.
He was featured on These Woods Are Haunted. He had a really crazy encounter out there in Tennessee.
Okay.
So doing research and stuff like that. And it's where, he reached out to come on the show and we talked and with just his experience and everything like that as well. And I decided to make him a speaker because, and of course I have the wonderful Justin and Jay of the Cryptids of the Corn coming in. So like all the speakers are going to have some sort of different take on cryptids and paranormal. Because I didn't want to just focus on Bigfoot. There's enough Bigfoot festivals out there. I wanted to dig into more of the cryptid side of the house, more some of the other alternatives that we have based upon some of the other researchers and what they're doing. With Michael Cook, what he does, he's trying to tie in Sasquatch in with some of the paranormal aspects of it all. Rod's focusing on structures. I already know what y'all's presentation is going to be, which brings a whole new light to the table. And it's an eye-opener. I mean, what y'all do, how you present everything, opens people's eyes. Like the first time I heard it from you on your show, blown away to where I never looked at it that way at all. So, and then with, Betsy, she does a lot of paranormal stuff and she's had a couple of Sasquatch encounters, she thinks. And then, of course, Tanya's been doing this for over 30 years, coming to the table. But I want to bring a different aspect of speakers because it seems to me, and this is not an attack on anybody's festivals or anything at all. And I kind of took a page out of y'all's book. So for the Ohio Bigfoot Jamboree coming up this October.
Maybe.
Just saying, get your tickets. What do you mean, mate? October? You're not doing it in October?
No, that's a joke.
He's just joking.
We're doing it.
Oh.
Jay's making me.
Of course. But, so take a page out of y'all's book. I did not want to have the usual speakers that everybody has.
Mm-hmm.
Every time there's a festival, I get excited. And then I look at the speakers and I go, same ones.
Seen them already.
Seen them. Yeah, there's nothing new to where there's nothing out there for new people to come in with new research, new ideas, and new theories.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's like, and again, I'm not attacking anybody's festival out there because I know they're trying to do a good job. They're trying to get the information out there, but it seems they get in a comfort zone and they want to stay with it. We have the same speakers. We have the same this, the same that. I already know what Bob's going to talk about. So Bob's going to come in and talk about his encounter from 1975.
Yep. Which there's nothing wrong with that, but
yeah,
when you've been in the field for this long, or been researching it this long, or been involved this long, you personally want new ideas, new experiences. You don't want to keep regurgitating the same old stuff.
I mean, even if you're casual, like going to these festivals,
Yeah.
like if you heard some of these people, like you said, they had the amazing one encounter. You've heard them though.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't change, or it shouldn't change.
Right. It shouldn't.
It shouldn't. But no, I mean, and I wanted to do that. I wanted to get actual, people who are doing the research, people who are actually out there, boots on the ground, to come in and be able to present and show their findings. The people who aren't on TV, the people who are not, TV stars or the big names. I'm not trying to attract big names. I'm trying to attract information.
Right.
I'm trying to attract, that's what I want to do is I want to be able to present to the people. Because not only are we going to have you guys speaking, though, but there's going to be free speakers outside as well for the public. It's a free event to come into. The VIP tickets, that's where you get the air conditioning and the indoor bathrooms. So there'll be porta potties there. for everybody else.
Ooh.
There'll be food outside for everybody else, but for the inside, for the VIP speakers, that's where, they get the cool swag bag. But outside, I'm going to have, Dano from the Cryptid podcast coming on talking, outside talking. I'm going to have Chumming with the Spirits. They're going to be set up as well. They're going to do a presentation outside for the public. Nevermore Hollows, they're going to come and talk, So, and then John from Miss Monsters and Mullets. So I have those guys set up to talk in between y'all.
Nice.
So there'll be VIP speakers going on inside, then they can come out and listen to the people outside.
So there's never a dull moment at the Arkansas Cryptid Fest.
We got a Bigfoot calling contest as well that's going to be happening.
I love that.
So
I love those.
So what was funny was last year at the Arkansas Paranormal Expert, these guys reached out to me and they were like, "Hey, do you think it'd be okay if we did a Bigfoot calling contest?" I was like, "I don't see why not. I'll reach out to the who said it, setting it up, the host." And she was like, "Oh my gosh, yes, please do it. Please do it." We had a blast. We were on the news. They had me come down to help judge. Even my little boy actually participated in it and, trying to do a Bigfoot calling contest. So we're doing that as well. We're going to have a DJ. We're working on trying to get a live band. So when everything's said and done, everybody, finishes up with a bang,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So just have a local band come on out, play, a decent little set and rock it out. And then boom, we'll be done.
That sounds like a good time.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a reptile guy to come out as well and bring reptiles and stuff. And so I'm trying to get a different slew of like vendors and a different kind of, something different than what most people are going to get at these, festivals and these expos and stuff.
Right. And I think that's important, changing it up just for the participants coming to just enjoy themselves. Because being in this field, we've hosted now our own festivals. We've attended a lot of festivals and we've been vendors at a lot of festivals. And yes, there's a lot of overlap, and sometimes you see a lot of the same thing over and over and over. So it's nice to just get new, fresh things and ideas and experiences for people.
Oh, I agree. Yeah, for this year in Arkansas, for the Arkansas Paranormal Expo, I'm actually on the speaker list. They haven't locked in all their speakers yet, but I'm one of them that they're. I'm like the backup.
Hey, you got to get your foot in the door somehow.
It's in there somewhere. So yeah, that's where. And I'll give them. The lady, she runs a great program. She really does. When we got there last year, we set up on Friday night. And Saturday morning, we got there early. As soon as I walked in the door, she was like, "Going, oh, good, you're here. You're going to be on the news." And I was like, "I'm sorry, what?" So, like the local Channel 7 interviewed me, what I do, and what the fest is about, their fest and everything. And I was just like, "Cool." So, yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, it's nice to be noticed.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes it's not.
So, but I thought it was really cool that Bart was going to do this for us.
No, that place is so great.
Yeah, Bart's been he's been a great supporter of the show, and whatever I can do to try and help out down there because he's got amazing food.
Oh yeah,
the drunken Cryptid cheeseburger is amazing.
Ooh.
And and it's a brewery as well. So yeah, come on out, have a good time. They'll be selling beer outside, so you'll be able to, have it on the grounds. You just can't leave the property with it. So the property it's a huge property. We got parking areas are set up all around outside. In the back is where all the vendors and everybody will be set up. There'll be a back door, a little green room area for all the VIPs, so they can hang out in there and kind of laugh, goof off, and visit whatever they want to do. Then they'll have their booths outside, so they can, sell their wares and stuff. So, but yeah, we're excited.
Do you have a lot of vendors right now, or what's your kind of goal for the number of vendors?
So as of this recording, and I was just talking about this morning, I need to go back and double check everything because I got so busy, I forgot who was all coming in my count. So, and I'm sure you've been there before.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
We forgot that one. Oh, we forgot that one too. Whoops.
Yeah, exactly. That's where I'm at right now. I'm like, oh crap. So I need to go through, but as of right now, I think I've got to be a good 15 vendors coming.
That's
and that's counting. That's counting the podcasters as well, though.
Yeah.
So, and the VIPs, that's everybody counted in. And we've got I can't remember who they were. They were set up by Chumming with the Spirits. They did the soda drinks.
Yeah.
I can't remember their roadside drink. I think
roadside sodas.
Yeah, I think they reached out to JD about coming down for it.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I would love for them to come down. They were so much fun. I had so much fun goofing off with them, so they would be great.
I'll text them because
Yeah, that would be awesome.
They live in Ada. I mean,
I know. Maybe we could carpool.
That's what I was just thinking.
We'll ride in the soda trailer.
Here we go.
That'd be great.
We were down there last year too for our event we had together at Old Bart's.
Yep.
And I mean, minus the weather, because we went down there during the tsunami. But I had an amazing time at Old Bart's. And like you said, the food was fantastic. The experience itself was just overall positive. I mean, it's a really nice little venue, like set up perfectly for this. So I'm really excited to come back down there, experience it, get some more food. I'm really excited for that.
Well, so where we spoke at, we won't be back there. That'll be like the green room.
Yeah. Ooh. So it's even
there's a little
upgraded.
stage set up in the front, and that's where the speakers will give their presentations at.
Oh, so it's even an upgrade from that.
So we're not in the back anymore.
Yeah.
So we're going to have the whole restaurant to ourselves, and we're going to be setting up to where. So this week, and next week, I'll be going back down there again. I'm going to be mapping everything out on the outside where I'm going to want to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I mean, granted, it's only February, but still, and
it happens fast. I mean, it happens
yeah.
really fast.
And fest timeline, it flies.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course, with me, like I'm busy. I've got, I probably put too much on my plate. I'm going to Kansas next weekend. I'm gonna be in Iola with Chumming with the Spirits, doing an overnight investigation in a mortuary. The 2 weeks after that, I'm going to be in Ozark at the Paradise Pizza Pub, MCing and presenting for a town hall meeting there. And then I'm going to Falk in April. And then I'm doing another overnight in the investigation area where I sent you guys the structures at. We've been there about 3 or 4 times now, to where it almost feels like home. And this time we're going to do a weekend trip. I'm going to get there on a Friday, get everything set up. We're going to do Friday nights, rest, get up in the morning, have breakfast, and kind of keep running. We're going to have a bunch of cameras set up. We're going to have a bunch of sensors all spread out through all the properties. So that way we can try and catch something other than what, some audio.
Right. And which I'm not going to get into it. You shared a little bit with us, some awesome pictures. You said you've got audio as well that we haven't yet to hear. And you've even sent us videos. That's pretty awesome. And I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't want to get into it any further.
Well, on the audio, we're still going through it because there's one spot on the audio where I'm rotating the camera. I'm sitting down. I'm just kind of rotating it my hand like this. Well, so my hand. So I'm just kind of doing this with it.
Yeah, yeah.
Just kind of slowly kind of rotating it back and forth.
Like a panoramic photo.
Yeah. So at one point, I ran it for 3 minutes and it's dead quiet. I mean, you don't hear any birds. You don't hear anything at all. It's about 3:00 in the afternoon. This was Saturday. About a minute and a half in, you hear like 3 knocks. I don't hear them as I'm recording. I don't hear them at all. You put the headphones on and it comes in static, but on the speakers on the computer, you hear it. I cannot make heads or tail out of this. I may send it to you guys. Have you guys trying? I don't know what it is.
That kind of.
It's not me knocking. It's not me doing any of that because I'm just sitting there away from the phone's away from me.
Yeah.
If your phone,
and I'm the only one at that spot.
It can be. It just could have been a frequency you didn't hear. That happens a lot in a lot of audio recordings. In a lot of the audio recordings, like us paranormal people do, where we've talked about the human hearing range is very limited.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's a difference between frequency and decibel. So something can be loud, and we still can't hear it.
It reminded me. Remember, we talked with Eric from Uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this was probably season 1
a while ago,
and he talked about having that recording where I forget where he was at up in Michigan somewhere, but he had that recording of what was it, like a loud scream or something, but they didn't hear it at all.
It was in the
But on the recording, the audio is clear as day, is loud.
So, because this is capturing audio and compressing it and making it a listenable version.
Yeah,
because the microphone or the recording device isn't gonna not pick it up.
Right.
Y'all want to try and hear? Y'all want to try and hear it real quick?
Oh, on the show?
Yeah, want to try and hear it?
Oh,
sure, we'll try.
Okay, let me go to screen share.
Yeah, let's try it. But yeah, while he's loading this up, I mean, that's the first thing I immediately thought of was Eric's experience when it came to that. Oh, okay, here we go. We're getting it pulled up here. No, I'm excited. Make sure we're turned up all the way over here.
Mm-hmm.
All righty, let's do it.
Hang on.
Oh,
Nope, it's gone.
unexpected error. The Gutnet don't want you to send it or publish it on the show. That's the problem.
That's right.
Dang
Push it,
Gutnet.
boys. All right, here we go. So let me just kind of skip it ahead a little bit. But you can hear just how quiet it is out there.
Yeah, there's no sound at all.
3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Not a peep.
Okay, because I rotate it back right around here. Okay, hang on a second. So I'll pause it real quick. So this is where, right here where the mouse is at, that's where the knuckle track is where I found last year.
Okay.
Okay. So, and then this summer, me and Chris were standing about right here at night, and the eye shine was over here. And it moved like this, following the mouse. And then gone. I mean, went completely to the ground, was gone. And that was the big eye shine we're talking about.
Did it go behind that little hill, or what do you mean it went?
It just right there in the brush.
Yeah.
Right there in the brush. It
Just
got down
disappeared
where
in
it's
the
gone.
brush.
Yep. Okay. So once the camera comes to the left and I start going, you'll hear it. So I don't hear it now.
I thought I just heard it.
I heard like
So that's
Okay. So then you heard it.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
So I'll back it up. I'll back it up again.
here it comes.
well, I actually know probably what this is.
1, 2, 3.
So you heard the okay.
Okay.
All right.
So I've heard that exact sound before in camera devices, or at least extremely similar. It's echolocation with bats. So when it hits cameras, it can do that, and it can actually, if they're close enough to it, it can mess with the lens. So and that may be off on that, but look it up and see if you compare some of the sounds, because you can find it where echolocation is hitting like a phone recorder or whatever.
Yeah.
And it just sounds like these pops or knocks.
That's what it sound like, pop.
Yeah. Because it's just essentially not blowing out the microphone, but
Maxing it out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's we're talking a high pitch frequency that we can't hear. Like you can kind of hear them squeaking when they're really close to you.
Yeah.
But that's a different noise. Like when they're actually producing these echolocation pops, that's what that really sounds like to me. It didn't have to be a bat, but that's just what it sounded like to me.
Well, what if something else is using echolocation?
I mean, it could be. Just saying.
So that's the one.
Daddy.
This one we got. There's another one too. I'm trying to figure out whether I caught chatter or not. I need to run through some more stuff because I think I caught chatter. Because you'll hear me on the camera saying I can hear voices. There's voices right over there, and Jacob's right. This at night, and Jacob's like right beside me. I'm like, it sounds like there's somebody talking.
And I wonder if infrasound. I've never heard it recorded on like a phone or a portable camera. So I wonder if it will do something similar to like echolocation too. I don't know.
Yeah, you gave me some ideas that go ahead and look into today. So what I'll be doing as well. I'll tell you that right now. But yeah, so we're still digging through a lot of that stuff though. But for the festival, you guys, I mean, in all honesty, this is it's a new idea. I want to do something new and different. And I'm taking a page out of y'all's book, and which y'all have been an inspiration for me for years now. For everything that I'm doing, I take pages. I get ideas, off what y'all do because, I mean, yeah, you can't help but look up. And you mentioned Cryptids of Corn, and everybody knows who you're talking about. So, and being able to consider you guys friends, be able to hang out and drink coffee and laugh and goof off and, have a couple of beers and get flooded out and go through the storms and flat tires. And
yeah.
I was just telling the story about dying with Nugget.
Oh, yeah. And the tornado.
When you guys were all gone at places.
Yeah, we were busy.
And me and the dog and the cat were going to die in a place I didn't know. And the car that had a flat tire, so I couldn't even leave if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Watching the lights swing from one end of the window to the other.
It was a good night.
It was a great night.
It was fun.
And I'm just like, me and Nugget, me and this, he's not a pug, American,
English Bulldog or American?
Frenchie.
No,
Frenchie.
No, he's a Boston.
Boston Terrier. That's what it was, yeah.
With his old man eyes.
Yeah.
It's funny. if I'm recording an episode, he won't mess with me at all if I'm inside recording. But if I'm doing a live show, he's got to be on the show.
He's
He
got.
just
He'll be up in my
knows.
lap. Yep, he'll be right there in my lap. He'll look at the camera.
You need a nugget shirt.
We're trying to come up with one. Trying to come up with an idea to sell it. So because everybody's all about Nugget. Where's Nugget? Where's Nugget?
They need their nugget of truth.
The nugget of truth.
Nugget of truth. Yeah, I can't believe I have a dog named Nugget. Thank you, kids.
My sister's dog's name is Muffin, so I think he enjoys it.
We've had
Yeah,
muffins
I
and
take
pumpkins, and
Yeah.
we've had people names and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, I know, but I'm excited for the fest, you guys. I want to, and again, is to grow what I want to do on the festival. I mean, I want to take my friends with me and grow as well, which is why, I mean, the number one reason why I invited you guys is because, one, you're my friends. And number two is because of the fact of the matter that the information you guys have to put out is absolutely amazing. And it needs to be out there more. So I want to do what I can to try and help promote your theories and what you've come up with on the research. It's amazing. And if I have to put it on a platform to try and pull in a whole bunch of people, I'm going to do everything that I can, because the only way we're going to get to the bottom of a lot of these cryptids and the paranormal is to A, share encounters, and B, share theories and research.
Yep. And we have to, it's best to come together and do it.
Yep. Instead of, and I don't want to, and again, it's like, you and me talked last year for the live show about doing a festival here. And you're like, you should. I was like, yeah. Then when I was up there and was looking around, and that night you were like, so when are you going to do it? Like we said earlier, I was like, yeah, maybe 2027. And you're like, going, well, that's a long way away. And I was like, yeah, do it. Just do it. And then you walked away.
Just
do it.
So I sat there, and all the way home, me and Jacob are, all the way coming back, and I was talking to him about it. And it took me about a week later is when I decided I was going to do it.
All right.
There you go.
Inspiring. We're inspiring. That's good.
By force.
So,
Do it.
Oh, we're definitely excited, and we're honored
Very excited
to be a part of it. It's the first one, so anyone in the near, I guess, northern Arkansas and surrounding areas, whole Texarkana area, come on down to North Little Rock, June 6th.
It's like 5 hours from Texarkana.
That's far. You can drive that far. It's worth it.
it's 2 hours.
2 hours.
That's close enough. In that circle, come out and see us, and to be at the epicenter of where all these cryptid research and theories and development is going to be taking place at Old Bart's. I'm excited.
I'm very excited. Old Bart's.
600 North Broadway, North Little Rock.
There we
We'll
go.
have the ticket links below. So, yep, once again, VIP tickets get you into exclusive speakers, into the building.
You can
all
see
that,
us.
the Friday night dinner.
Talk to us. Watch us eat.
Yeah, it is a spectacle. I'm a little bit of a show pony,
You like to show out when you're eating.
especially if it's like barbecue.
Oh, yeah. No gloves. We're going to be eating no gloves.
I never use
No gloves.
I
gloves
know.
for
I'm letting it for them. The gloves are off.
I get up and punch somebody if I see him pull out gloves.
I've used
Yeah,
gloves
who does
before.
that?
I've done it,
For
Oh, have you?
barbecue?
but
For
mostly
barbecue?
it's because I'm the one in the kitchen cooking it.
Okay,
Oh, well,
that's
that's
a different
different.
story.
Like,
So
That's
I'm
different.
wearing gloves, digging
I'm
into
talking
it,
like
and
you go to
sneaking
a
bites every
barbecue
now and then.
restaurant or like a barbecue trailer and you sit down and you pull out gloves.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess. I don't know.
Ash-
I've done it. Actually, I have done it at a seafood boil.
That's not barbecue.
That's
Well,
not barbecue.
I've eaten with gloves on.
Like,
Yeah, so
Me-
the cool thing is, so we're in crawfish season here, and we're doing a crawfish boil meet and greet at Bart's on the 28th of March.
Ooh.
shooting the heads.
Yep. So yeah, that hasn't been officially put out yet. So I was just talking to him yesterday about it. We're getting set up. I'll create the event for it this weekend because I'm going to do a live show there, Spooky Coffee, and I'm going to bring it up. But yeah, so they want to do a crawfish boil, do like a meet and greet crawfish boil. Come hang out, have some crawfish. So
That sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
we're excited.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a good time. So we'll have the ticket links below. Make sure you get VIP tickets. It's the best way to support these kind of festivals and keep them going.
Right.
I'm much more excited that there's a lot of new festivals, but like we've already talked about, there's a lot of festivals doing new things.
Right.
Some of the festivals have gotten
Stale.
very.
But that's
and
just
it's-
everything.
But it's not anybody's fault. It's not that they're
No.
doing anything bad. It's just like we already said, you can only hear one person say their Bigfoot encounter
So many times.
years in a row,
Yeah.
and paying to hear it.
And you're usually paying more each year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my other thing with that drove me was, and it hit me last year, was, I was looking at the speakers for some of these events that I wanted to go to and go back to, and I was like, they're the same people. And they're just sharing the same information to where they're not trying to come out and put up anything new or share anything new at all. And there's a whole bunch of researchers out there who are not getting any credit that they deserve.
Yeah.
For the work they're putting into. Now these guys and gals, they're not trying to get famous, they're not trying to get their own TV shows. They're researching. They reach out to you guys to come on the show. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
Same with me. So why not be able to create a venue for these folks to come in and say, okay, this is what I'm seeing. And this was last year that I saw this. You know what I mean? This is the research I've gathered for the past X amount of years. And when I get done here, I'm going back out there again. Not 1982, 1985, because they're not going back out.
Right.
They're not. They become a lot of the armchair researchers, which is not a bad thing. I started off as an armchair researcher.
Yeah. You got to start somewhere.
Yeah. And then even still today, though, so if I'm not in the woods, I am doing armchair research, but I'm looking up for the new people.
New ideas.
New information, new ideas. And, because, like that's where I come up with the whole spider crawl theory. To where I think that they move more as a spider crawl down on all fours than they do on upright. And the evidence is right in your intro. I mean, it just stood up.
And going.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It just stood up. 90% of encounters start off with that phrase, it just stood up. It stood up. It stood up. It stood up. Well, I'm a bipedal creature. I don't squat down a lot.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So let's also talk about the tracks. So we have the two sets of tracks. They're walking along, all of a sudden, boom, they disappear, right? All the time.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So either A, they're going to the portals. And they were the jump, the last set would actually be more impressioned in because of the weight they're putting down to
push off. Yep.
Exactly. So what if when they get to that point, they do drop down that spider crawl and they're not trying to hide their tracks from us? I think that we give these creatures too much credit sometimes for being intelligent. And sometimes I don't think we give them enough. Like they don't know where our cell phones are. So they're not trying to hide their tracks from us. I think it's a natural ability. So if they do drop down the spider crawl and they are walking on their knuckles, like a lot of primates will do, if your knuckles aren't being fully impressioned in, it may look like a screwed up deer track.
Could, yeah. And with weight distribution, it's not going to be as deep or as noticeable as plain old foot.
Yeah. And they're not doing it also. So if they're on their toes moving that way, you're not going to get the big track that I have behind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like I'll send you the one picture we caught this weekend of a track, and it's the left foot because you can see the big toe, but it's only honestly, the whole that's about it. It's not a hand, but it's a foot.
Mm-hmm.
So it's about that big around, and that could be from they were moving like a spider crawl, and maybe that's how they're stalking their prey. They get down that spider crawl, and these structures that are low, we're not seeing 10-foot, structures.
Right.
They're anywhere from 3 feet all the way up to maybe 5 feet.
Mm.
So either A, they are using the structures to go ahead and put their young, or B, they're using them as a hunting blind.
Just huddle down in them.
Yeah. So if you look at the structures, where the structures are set up at a lot of times, there's game trails right beside them.
Just reach out and grab them.
Yeah, exactly. Boom, free meal.
Yeah.
So I think that might be part of their hunting tactics.
And two, we talked about when someone has a sighting or something and they're searching the wood line for it, whatever the creature is walking away, or sometimes they just disappear because you're looking up.
Yep.
Where their shoulders and head should be, but they might drop down. They'd be crawling in the brush right below it, and it's disappeared. Something that big can't just be gone.
Well, that was so what really inspired me on that one too, though, was the eye shine that we encountered this past summer. So the way it moved. So, me and Chris weren't taking into account that there was a slope. Okay. From where we're standing at where it was at. And I saw it this weekend. So I called Chris up. I said, hey, there's an incline. Because I was trying to get Jacob to reenact it. Get Jacob to move where it was at. And I was looking going, Jacob, you're the height right there to what we were looking at. So Jacob's height Jacob's just about right at 6 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. And the way it moved, it was upright. It flowed from left to right in a straight line. No bobbing, no weaving, flowed, dropped down lower. It dropped a good couple of feet, just straight down, still looking at us. I'm walking slowly towards it. When it dropped down the first time, it blinked. So when the eyes blinked, I'll be honest, I did take a step back. And I went, oh, okay, you're real.
Yeah.
And then it flowed again from left to right in a straight line, dropped lower, and it was moving as when I was moving towards it. And I probably got maybe 5 to 7 feet away from it and was lower to the ground and gone. Gone. No running off into the woods, no rustling of leaves. Nothing was there at all. And it was too big to be a small animal.
Yeah.
So
what do you make of that?
I think the spider crawl. I think whatever it was doing was dropping down and moving the spider crawl.
And
I think it's more natural for that. I think it might be a more natural gait for them.
It also seems it's more reasonable explanation if it is a flesh and blood creature, to do something like that rather than, the portal idea.
Yeah.
Not saying the portal idea is wrong or anything.
No.
But
I'm not saying that idea. I'm not saying that either. I'm not, because
it's easier to explain. Yeah.
I agree.
Sometimes the simplest solutions are the best ones.
I agree. I mean, I do think that there are some paranormal aspects to some of these creatures and
100%.
these sightings. And I don't think that every sighting that we have is a flesh and blood one. I do think there are some paranormal ones.
Correct.
That tie in. There seems to be one thing I've been fascinated on for the past couple of years, though, with the Fae folk and with the Fae being brought into a lot of these sightings and hauntings. We're having new subdivisions being built all the time.
Yeah.
And for some reason, those houses are haunted. Not that the fact that they're built on a Indian burial ground, because that's what America is, but the fact of the matter that it's maybe that we're encroaching into some of the Fae territories and Fae folk. And so, like you said it before in your show, is you take what happens out in the woods and a lot of these encounters, and you put it into a house, you have a poltergeist.
Yeah.
Or you take a poltergeist, you put it out in the woods, you have a cryptid encounter.
Yep.
So what's the common tie in there?
Right.
And to me, it's the Fae.
Where do you draw the difference between the two?
Yeah, I think it's Fae activity.
That's what I agree with you on that.
Yeah, I mean,
it's reasonable. That's the thing. It's reasonable. Because how much crossover is there? I mean, is Bigfoot? I mean, that's the question at the end of the day. I think for all of us that believe in Bigfoot is it a flesh and blood creature, or is it something paranormal, or is it something in between?
Yes.
And I don't know where you draw the line. Are they separate entities, or is it all one thing? I just really don't know.
Well, what gets me is the red eye ones. Those are what drive me.
Yeah.
Those are what I wouldn't say drive me nuts, but those are the ones that I perk up at and I have to pause. And with the whole entire concept of the eyeball and how we see, with the light coming in, bouncing everything off, and we're only we only see. But if you have glowing eyes, I mean, I'm trying to see how you're going to draw light in. If you're a natural creature, I mean,
right.
when the redness,
eye between the eye shine and eye glow, that's a hard definition for people, the average person, to really understand the difference. Because you're seeing like animals that don't have any lucifernatum, the little lens that helps reflect extra light. Sometimes they actually shine red because of the blood vessels in the back of the eye.
We do. That's why you have the red eye flash.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, cameras should have. It's not really an issue anymore, but yeah, old cameras used.
That's gone now, ain't it?
Yeah. We all looked demonic back in the day.
Like, what's this red eye button on my camera? It's gone now.
But yeah, producing light inside of the eye would not be beneficial for how a traditional eye works. But there are animals, specifically deep sea animals, that produce light around the edges of the eye, use it as headlights. And some of them are red. I
still think of too, when we interviewed Daryl Sims, he talked about his experience as a kid where he was, aliens were basically abducting him in the middle of it, and he woke up. And as a kid, and he had, where one was like basically right in front of his face, he was staring at this gray with two big black, eyeballs, like what you think from the cartoons. And he claimed he reached and just grabbed one of them and was able to pull it off like it was a lens.
He kind of punched it, right?
I think from what I remember, he just reached forward and grabbed it.
I thought he kind of hit it and it fell off because he broke out of the control.
I remember him breaking out of the control. I don't know, but from my memory, he just grabbed it.
I think he hit it. I would think he hit it.
Well, either way, it's on the recording.
Yeah.
Either way, the lens was off, and that's what he described it as being a lens. But behind it was just this red. It was red, and I think maybe like some white in there,
like static almost.
Yeah,
that's how, like he said, like an old TV.
But it was red.
It was red with other like colors, like a computer's.
Right, something weird like that. So, and that's really odd and unique, but I believe him.
Yes,
and I wonder if I always wondered if maybe the red with some of these cryptids were. I think the red's never a good thing. When you see the red eyes,
I don't think it is either.
And I wonder if there's some relation with whatever grays are, and then whatever these Bigfoot cryptid creatures are with the red eyes. If there's any overlap, maybe they are creations. Maybe they're made, in a lab somewhere or grown somewhere, and that's the tell. Or their biology, maybe it's like technology and biology combined. To where that's behind it. That red color is what you see. It's the common denominator, I guess, whatever runs them both. So I don't know. That was just a thought I had as well.
Well, it's also kind of funny that, we're talking about the color red. I mean, we use red all the time as kind of a warning color if you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Stop signs are red, stop lights are red. The red color is kind of like, it's an attention to like stop, bad thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
especially something like in the, in the animal world as well. Some of these red, the coral snake. Am I saying it right? Hang on.
No, coral snakes.
Red, red on black.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So
red and yellow, you'll be a dead fellow. Red and black, friend of Jack.
Exactly. So, but that color red though seems to be some sort of like color to where stay away from. So maybe that is where there's something programmed into us. Kind of like the fear of snakes and other creatures as well. From earlier days that we say, so maybe that's where that color red comes into play. Oh my, I mean, probably not saying it right.
Perhaps I could also rebuttal that though by saying like red's the color of love and attraction too.
I mean, there is a lot of red food.
Yeah, or red is your root chakra. Your base one. So is I don't know. I don't know where to draw the line.
I don't either. I'm just spitballing here. But I think that's what we're all doing.
I think that's important.
And I think, and if we don't spitball, I mean, you get an idea if we don't share it. And that's one thing I love about our community. When we get ideas, we'll share them.
Yeah, you're not afraid to.
One person goes, "You're an idiot." No. Instead, it's like going, "Okay, I could see that, but hold on, like you just said, let me counter that." Oh, okay, because we bring in these perspectives, and to where you have to be open-minded enough about these encounters and about these creatures to be able to sit down and have an adult conversation and be like, yes, okay, this is, because my sighting is going to be different. As I know Justin had his crazy sighting.
Yeah.
Which I talk about, as well with people. And, you're not the only one. This guy that, the one video that I showed you guys before we went on, and because that episode for me hasn't aired yet. He after what he encountered at night down there in Texas, he refused to go out into the woods or anything at night.
There's so many Bigfoot things like that.
And that's what we speculate maybe why some of it's covered up is to not harm the camping industry, their valuable billion-dollar industry.
Billions or trillions.
You can't, we can't affect the almighty dollar. That comes first, people.
Nope. And I have some ideas too for you on the shack, but I'll talk to you about that later.
Oh, we'll let those guys know too.
Yeah, send it over to them.
Yeah. If you don't mind, yes, you should.
We'll pass them the note.
We just leave notes in the vents and they find them.
Yeah,
I've heard that.
But all right, let's wrap it up for this because I know we could talk forever. And I'm sorry, I am still not feeling well. I got sick yesterday.
Yeah. Well, I would encourage all of our listeners, if you're not listening to Drunken Cryptids podcast please do give Matthew a listen and a 5-star review and a comment.
And then the tickets.
I appreciate it.
The VIP tickets.
And I will be at the Ohio Bigfoot Jamboree 3 again this year.
Oh, yeah.
Ohio Bigfoot Jamber 3, featuring
Jamber
Matthew
3.
Orton and Drunken Cryptids podcast.
Put him on the roof.
Yeah.
But we'll have tickets. We'll have the link for the tickets for the Arkansas Cryptid Fest. And I don't know, do you have any hotel booking, lodgings, anything like that for the festival?
No, just the surrounding areas. There's so many hotels around.
Okay.
Honestly, there's a ton of them, and they're all great.
Awesome.
All right. Well, I have been the great and powerful mystery.
I've been JClone36.
And you know how we like to end it. On the count of 3, we'll scream bye, and the outro will play. You ready? 3, 2,
Ready.
1. Bye.
Bye.
Hey guys, thank you for listening to Cryptids the Corn podcast. Remember, the best way to support the show is share it with a friend. But if you are craving more of the J clones
And more from Mr. E.
there's always extra content on Patreon.
And our paid member space on cryptidsofthecorn.com.
We'll catch you next time with more exciting, fun, and informative information. Bye.